Hey everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you all had a great Christmas this year, and I've got a tale for you. I've got something that happened to me on Christmas Eve. There I was watching television with the wife about 9 p.m., and I got a phone call from the Square Fraud Business American Express department. Now, Square offers a Business American Express card. It's in beta. They're only offering to a few people that do a lot of business with Square. We got it. And so this was the fraud department. They called, and on the caller ID, it did say Square. And it did have Square's phone number on it. And the caller said, your Square Business American Express ending in, and they had the last four digits of the credit card, was being used or attempted to be used in California, and we're in Florida. So I said, hey, that's not me. And they said, no problem, you're not going to be charged for it. We already declined those, and we're going to send you out a new credit card. We're going to cancel this one, and we're going to send you a new credit card. And they rattled off our address, which is correct. And so I'm thinking everything is really fine. This is terrific. They did what they're supposed to do, and we prevented any fraud, and nothing in my spidey senses was alerted. Except I should have realized that they called me on the home phone. Square doesn't have our home phone. They did not call on my cell phone, which is the first point of contact Square has. But it didn't dawn on me. Here it is, Christmas Eve. I'm not thinking that much. And so continuing, they said, we're going to send you an email. And there's going to be a code on it. And you need to give us this code so we can go and remove it from your Apple wallet or from your wallet, Apple or Google. They didn't say which. I guess with phishing, they wouldn't say which. They don't know if I have an Apple or a Google phone. So they sent it, and I'm reading the email. They didn't actually send it. This email actually came from Square. And how that works is when you go and add a credit card to your Apple wallet, in Square's case, Square will email a code, you put the code in. Okay, so they told me they're sending out this code to remove it from my wallet. And I'm thinking to myself, that's kind of strange. I don't think that I have that in my wallet. And I get the email, and I'm going to show you the email. So we're going to cut right here. We're going to go to the email. So this is the actual email. The email is from Square. You can see Square credit card on the top of it. And it has the temporary code to add the card. Now, they're saying that I need the code to take it off my Apple wallet. And it says, do not share it with anyone. I blued out the actual number. So there it is. It is actually from Square. All right. So you saw the email on there, and I pointed out the fact that in the email it says, do not share this number with anybody else. So I'm on the phone with fraud. I've got the email, and they said, what's the code? And I'm like, wait, you're from fraud. This email says don't share this with anybody. Why would I share it with you? And they said, oh, it's okay. We have to use the code to remove the wallet. I go, well, this is really strange. That why would the fraud department ask me to do something that I'm not supposed to be doing? How do I know that it's you? And they said, well, look at the back of your credit card. This is on the caller ID. This is the number. Now, you can easily spoof a number when these scam people call. They can actually spoof it where it says in the caller ID Square. I didn't even bother looking at this point because my spidey senses were going off all over the place. So I said to him, okay, so if you're the fraud department and you have access to my account, tell me some of the charges that have gone through. We can't do that. We don't have access to that information. I'm like, well, you're the fraud department? What do you mean you don't have access to information? I'll tell you what, if you can't tell me what charge did, just give me the amount of the last payment that I made on it. Just do that. Give me we can't do that. yeah, we don't have access to that information. I said, okay, let me speak to your supervisor. And let me preface, this is all in perfect English. If these people had accents of any kind, my spidey senses would have been through the roof. But they didn't. They had perfect English. They had better than my New Jersey accent. They were just absolutely perfect. And they put me on hold to speak to a supervisor. And I heard on hold music and went to a supervisor that sounded suspiciously like the person I had spoke to originally. So I said, listen, I can't give you the number. You don't need a number to remove it from my Apple Wallet. That's not how any of this works. And I'll tell you what, you guys are a scam. You guys are doing social engineering, and this is one of the best social engineerings I have ever seen. I mean, seriously, this was great. If it nearly got me, it's going to get a lot of people. Now, for some reason, they do have our credit card number, and I've only used this card at about 4 places of suppliers of ours, which they're going to have to investigate. So you can't actually call Square, not during the holidays, the fraud department, so I sent them an email through their website, of course, and we'll see what they have to say of what's going on. In the meantime, luckily with this credit card, I'm able to lock it. So after this conversation, I immediately locked the credit card. There were some charges on there that they tried to put on yesterday that were automatically declined because the card is locked. Now, the charges that they said that were tried in California never showed up because if a charge is declined, we would see it. And those charges were never done. So definitely, this was fraud. This was social engineering. Be very careful. Do not trust people that call you, even if they don't have an accent. This would have cost a merchant a lot of money. Now, a lot of jewelers will not take Apple Pay because of this, because there's no recourse. Unless a merchant takes a card chip. That means we read the chip on there. The merchant is liable for the chargeback. And it is a mess. I know merchants that have lost tens of thousands of dollars because they took Apple Pay. So if you go into a merchant, a jewelry store or some other high-end, and they say, hey, we don't take Apple Pay, you understand why. The merchant has to protect himself with the chip. Well, I hope that's a cheery message for you guys today. I hope some people learned something. I'm just the kind of person that doesn't trust anybody. But this one, like I said, this one nearly got me. That's what I've got for you today. I'm not selling anything to you today. You all have a great week. I'm probably going to do a product video maybe later on this week. And don't forget to subscribe. We're getting real close to the 1,000 subscribers, and we'd really appreciate it.